So I got a good package in the mail today. So I have been struggling with trying to find a way to keep track and catalog and save all of the videos that I've been making. Hello my friend, and welcome back to Riding with Doug. And today I want to stray a little bit away from motorcycles. And I know this channel is all about motorcycles, and I try really hard to stick to that content, but I want to share with you a little bit of how I'm building that content. So we've rolled into the digital age, and we are no longer doing anything with film. So cameras have definitely rolled into the digital age, and there are a few people who still like to use film to create their masterpieces. But we've definitely moved into digital. So no more 8-tracks and cassettes and even CDs. I mean, I have a ton of CDs stuffed away in a box somewhere, but that is not how I listen to music anymore. Everything is digital, from cameras to phones to music to movies. Everything either comes through your computer, your TV, or your smartphone. So what's happening, at least for me, is I'm finding that I need ways to store all that digital information with quick, easy access on how to find it. It really wasn't until I started to build this YouTube channel that I really needed storage. Because when I first started this, I started with just the simple desktop computer and one little hard drive. But it wasn't very long that hard drive became full. And so I went from one little hard drive to 2 little hard drives. And that quickly escalated into several hard drives. That's when everything started to go downhill, because I would put information on one hard drive and then I'd be working on a picture or a video and I would need information from a different hard drive. And so I was plugging one in and disconnecting one and doing all this stuff, and it was a nightmare. And it only got worse when I added and upgraded my film equipment. So originally when I started the channel, I had one GoPro and one camera, because I was taking all my pictures on my phone, and then I had one GoPro to take basic video of me riding down the road. And that didn't last long. It quickly escalated into 2 GoPros or 3 GoPros, and then I found the 360 GoPro, which tripled the amount of information that I was making in videos. Because the GoPro 360 puts out, like, it's just a lot. I mean, it's just a ton. What I've tried to do is limit the amount of footage that I'm recording so that I'm only recording stuff that's important to the story. Then some B-roll and pictures to kind of blend them all together. I've reached a whole new level now, and so now I have 4 GoPros, a 360 GoPro. I'm taking a few pictures with my phone, but most of my pictures come from my new Canon R5. And so this camera takes a 48 megapixel picture, and if you're talking about video, it does 4K, 6K, and 8K. So the amount of space that I'm using up on memory cards is just enormous. To give you a good example, I had a 4 terabyte hard drive that I took on this last trip when I joined the Great American Convoy in Adams Sandoval for a week. And in the first 3 days, I filled up all 4 terabytes of that hard drive with pictures and videos. So I had to stop at Best Buy in the middle of the trip to pick up a 7 terabyte hard drive to store the rest of the footage on, so that I had a backup, because the last thing I wanted to do was lose footage of Glacier National Park. If you guys haven't seen that video, I highly recommend that you go back and watch that video. It's really good. The pictures that I got from Glacier are fantastic, and I think you'll really enjoy them. So, all that to say that I finally decided that I needed some way to store all of that data in one spot where I didn't have to worry about it. Package. But today's package is from Synology, and this is the DS1821 Plus. So this is a 8-tray NOS, which will allow me to add 8 hard drives to a network system. So, first impressions, this box is really nice. They do a wonderful job with packing. This box actually came in another box from Amazon. And I just want to take a quick second in the middle of this video to let you know that this is not a sponsored video. Everything that you see on my channel was paid for by me and came out of my pocket. None of my videos are sponsored. Let's get right back to the video. And so it looks like we have, this is really a nice setup. So, Ethernet cables, power supply, and a bunch of screws. Alright, that's out of the way. Set of instructions. And then this, they did a really nice job with the packing. This is like 2.5 or 3 inches thick of foam to help keep it solid and in place, so that you don't have to worry so much about something happening to it. And this is an awful big box for a tiny little drive. Alright, this is it. And I'll give you some better pictures, of course, and kind of walk you through what it does and how it's set up. But just wanted you guys to see it firsthand as I pulled it out of the box and give you my first impressions. It's really not that big. It does have dual fans, because these guys had quite a bit of problems. Because I had information that I needed here, or I had information that I needed here, and I had to unplug one and plug another one in and move them around and shut them down, and pain in the ass. Because one of these just doesn't hold enough data. And this is an 8 terabyte hard drive. So it's not small, right? But it's just a ton of information. And, you know, honestly, my biggest problem was that they weren't reliable. Because if I had something happen, and it happened to me quite a bit, where the hard drive would just crash, and with Apple, if it's not set up exactly correct, you have to take it to a PC and have the PC fix the hard drive, and then you could hook it back into your Apple computer, and then actually would start to work again. So if you weren't using the right software, it's a cluster. and it's just not worth pulling all your hair out. It's just not. So I switched, and I did quite a bit of research, and I finally found what I think is probably the best way to do this. And is it a lot? Yeah. I mean, not everybody's going to want to do it. But I switched to a NOS. And a NOS is basically its own computer system built into a hard case, and then it has slots for hard drives. And I'm not going to get technical in this video. That's not what this is about. This is just an opportunity to give you a little extra thought process or something to think about when you're trying to figure out what to do with all of your information. So originally I set mine up. I bought 8 trays because I knew it wasn't going to be very long before I used it up. So I bought an 8-slot NOS, and right off the bat I bought 3 16-terabyte hard drives for this system. And I was using the system in a RAID configuration. And basically what that means is that it separates and copies portions of that file to all 3 hard drives. So really, you're getting 2 of the hard drives and 1 is for backup. But it spreads that through all 3 hard drives, because if something happens to one of those hard drives, you'll still have all of your data and not lose any information. So if you have a hard drive that crashes, you pull that hard drive out, replace it with a new one, and the system will go back through and copy all that stuff across all 3 drives and even it out and make sure that you don't lose any data, which lets me sleep at night, because it gives me peace of mind that if anything happens, I'm not losing all of that good information or those fantastic pictures from Glacier or Yellowstone or Grand Tetons. You know, I don't want to lose that stuff. It's worked out really well so far. And I've had this system for a year, and I've been really happy with it. That being said, I probably should have put bigger hard drives in the system to begin with, because just a month ago, I bought 3 more hard drives at 22 terabytes apiece, because the first 2 years of this channel have completely filled up my 30 terabytes of space on the 3 original hard drives, and I ran out. So I'm already opting for more space. So I have jumped from 30 terabytes up to 82 terabytes, and now I have 6 hard drives saving all of that information. I know. And down the road, one of the nice things about it too is you can just add another NOS and chain them together. So it's pretty straightforward. You don't have to switch stuff out. You just add to the system to incorporate more space. Or if you want, at some point you can go back and start to delete the old stuff. But, you know, I think probably most videographers, photographers, and probably most YouTubers are saving all of their information down the road, because sometimes we'll pull a video or pull a picture and use it in a current video because it's just nice to have. So, and you'll see me repeat some of my video footage. So when I'm talking about something that I did in the past or recently or whatever, I have that footage to show you guys to help build that picture and help create a better story for you when you're watching the video. And that's where we're at. So this is really just a quick little video. I wanted to tell you about how I was storing all those pictures and videos. I don't know if you're interested in that. I do know that a lot of the motorcycle men and women have a tendency to save some pictures and videos and stuff, and I don't know what you guys are doing with that, but there are always all kinds of options for storage. And you don't have to have an 8-tray NOS. You can get Synology is the brand that I'm currently using. I've been very happy with them, and they have different sizes of trays. So you can do a 4-tray, you can do a 6-tray, you can do an 8-tray. Just depends on what you're looking for and what you feel your needs are going to be down the road and how much storage space you're going to need. So, alrighty. I appreciate you taking the time and watching this video. No, I know we're a little off the subject of motorcycles, but time talking about things that I think might be important to you on your motorcycle journey, and this may or may not, but I've done quite a bit of research, so if you want to give me the off question, that's okay too. I appreciate all the interest in this channel. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate all of your time, and as always, we'll see you on the next video.